What's going on, everybody? I'm Awesome NES.
And I'm Supreme King Zack.
And we are here with a purple podcast or something of the sort.
Yeah.
Where we're talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! For this one.
It's Yu-Gi-Oh!
Because there's a ban list coming out relatively soon.
Soonish, yeah.
And we kind of just wanted to talk about what we think is going to happen because we also, relatively recently, went to a regional.
Yep.
And now we feel like we're experts on the topic.
You go to one regional, you're an expert.
Yeah.
That's just how it works.
Yeah, we've also gone to a locals.
You haven't.
I haven't yet, but I mean, you guys have gone to a locals, and people are using meta-relevant decks.
Yeah, very meta.
So, I mean, we kind of have at least a formulated opinion on what we think should happen, what we want to happen, what we want to see, what we don't want on the next ban list. And also, it's just fun to talk about the ban list and speculate about it. So, even though we are not experts, we have an idea of what we're talking about, and we're going to dive into it right now.
First thing I want to say, Orchest.
Orchest. It's in a lot of decks.
It's in quite a lot of decks, and I feel like it's definitely going to get hit somehow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how it's going to get hit.
Me neither.
But it is going to be hit.
Because they just hit the right card or wrong card. It's ouch.
Yeah.
Like hardcore. It just kills the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think they could hit Dingirsu, but I don't think that they will. Because he's not really like the end-all for the Orcus combos. Of course, like you kind of want to get there, but you also want to have support with another Link monster on the field, because otherwise Crescendo doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Crescendo is the thing that more people are concerned about than Dingirsu. Although having Dingirsu and Crescendo together is the scary part, because apparently you can still use Dingirsu to protect Crescendo, even though it's face down.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know how that works.
Wait, what does Dingirsu's...
Oh,
say?
no, never mind. It's not an Orcus card. It's just protect cards. So, yeah.
Okay. Because I was about to say, I thought it was just protect cards on the field.
Yeah, it just protects cards on the field. So, if like a Twin Twisters goes off or something and they got Dingirsu, well, they're just like, hey, you're not destroying my counter.
Yeah. Gross.
Which is kind of... Yeah, that is kind of scary. But the counter is the really important part of the Orcus combo. And Dingirsu really isn't that important, like I said. I mean, he's good to help for protection. He's not really that important. But I also feel like since he's not that important, he has no reason to be hit.
Yeah. But, and the thing is, I guess it isn't... I mean, Orcus is kind of the problem, but it's not just the Orcus. It's the fact that it can be in so many decks.
Mm-hmm.
And when a deck has so many different ways to just keep playing, that's when the problem starts.
I guess. But I mean, it's found most of its way to the front of the top tables because it's working in decks that are already pretty decent on their own, like Luna Lights, and you said it's worked into Pendulum now.
Yeah, it's
Cyber Dragon.
Yep.
Cyber Dragon's a good rogue option, but throwing the Orcust in there, and like they're already all machines, and all it does is lock you into machines. Sometimes dark machines, but hey, that's not a big deal because you can still make a few Cyber Dragon plays, even though most of them are light. You can still go off into Mega Fleet. You can go off into I forgot the name of the other, but yeah, you can go up into the Chimera Tech Dragons, and like that's also where it's gonna get scary. And then like I don't understand how it works the Luna Lights. I haven't looked into their combos. I guess they do the Luna Light combo first, and if that doesn't work out, they go into Orcusts.
Actually,
because they're Beast Warriors.
They would make, I don't know how that would work, unless it's like they make Luna Lights to OTK. If they don't OTK, then they go into Orcus plays.
Orcus Remain phase 2 or something and set up for negate during the next turn, negate protection.
Wow, that's gross.
That's pretty cool.
That is actually really cool. I like that. Timothy should get Luna Lights back and make Orcus Luna Lights.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool. Unless you get banned.
I don't think they're going to get banned, though. The thing is, I think they will get hit. I do, because they have to be Dutch. Honestly, I don't want to say this. But this is what should have, like, there's probably, like, an issue that they could have hit beforehand, which stopped now. Nightmare Mermaid.
Yeah, Mermaid.
Oh, I really...
Bardiche died for nothing.
Bardiche was broken.
Yeah,
Bardiche deserved to be banned. I know there was a debate for a while whether or not they should hit Mermaid or Bardiche on the previous ban list, and Bardiche was the one that took the bullet, but I think that was still deserved, but I also am concerned that Nightmare Mermaid might really be the issue there.
Yeah, I think
Nightmare Mermaid by itself just goes right into Orcus plays.
Yep.
You just get the Orcus Nightmare out, and then everything continues from there.
Yikes. I think they're going to hit Mermaid. Because you can still... Orcus can still play without Mermaid. It's
Cyber Dragons especially
harder.
Can do it. So
Yeah.
I mean, they would be able to keep Cyber Dragon Orcust.
Yep.
But wow,
Yeah. Rip Mermaid. That's.
I think it's either that or I think it's either gonna be that Symbol Skeleton or Harp Horror, because Symbol Skeleton is the one that brings back the Galatea a lot of the time, and then Harp Horror is the one that brings one out of the deck. So,
You know what? I think it would be Symbol Skeleton, because that's how you get back your Dingirsu, so that way you special summon it, you get to just send a card.
something or
And with Babel on the field, that's a quick effect. So that's disruption during your opponent's turn.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah. Also, Orcus use Topologic Bomber Dragon, and they do that same play where they use Babel and then Symbol Skeleton brings something back to a zone Topologic points to, blow up your opponent's field. And I think that,
Wow.
yeah, Symbol Skeleton might be...
Yeah, so it's either Symbol Skeleton or Mermaid or both.
I don't think it would be both. I think it's going to be...
Well, a lot of people were complaining about Mermaid otherwise.
Yeah.
Just because it's used in so many decks. Well, actually, it's more like that last format. I don't know if it's such a big deal anymore.
I don't think so.
Especially if they were just to hit the Symbol Skeleton. So yeah, that's probably how they'll handle Orcus. One of those two.
Yeah. Next up, I have to say, Sky Strikers.
Oh my gosh, how are they going to handle Sky Strikers? I really don't know at this point.
I think they just have to actually kill the deck.
That sucks, though. Like, that sucks. Do you think they should? I personally don't. I don't think they should kill.
The
the deck,
only thing I can say is limit Widow Anchor.
Yeah, I agree. Limit Widow Anchor.
And then most people
I
would
hate
even
that
say
card.
that kills the deck.
They said the same thing when Multi-Roll got limited. And they said the same thing when Kagari got limited.
That's true.
I
I know.
said, you remember when that happened? They only played 3 monsters in the deck, so they also had to
But-
they made up with it for 3 tokens, and then the token got limited, and they were like, the deck's dead. And then they got Kagari limited, and they're like, oh no, we have no recursion. The deck's dead. And then they lost Multi-Roll. And they're like, oh no, our recursion is actually gone now. Or they got Multi-Roll one, and they're like, the deck's dead, and it is still top tables.
Yeah.
It is still good. Top tier.
I feel like
Tier
they
1.
have to hit, like, definitely have to hit Widow Anchor.
I think they should semi-limit engage and limit Widow Anchor.
I'd be okay
And that
if
feels
they
like a
hit
lot,
Engage too.
but I feel like
I feel like you have to. The deck is just that good.
yeah.
It's insane. I don't... And the thing is, I have faced Sky Strikers, and I never understand why it's so good.
Yeah, because
But it is, and it just kind of goes.
I honestly think the last time that I played against Sky Striker, the card that gave me the most problem was Hornet Drones. Not Hornet Drones. Why do I keep calling Widow Anchor Hornet Drones?
I don't know.
Widow Anchor. Widow Anchor was the card that gave me the most issues. But mostly because he had multiple copies.
Yeah.
If it were just one, I could have played through it.
Mhm.
If it were 2, I could have played through it.
Yeah.
It's when he flipped 3 on me at the same time. I was like, what? Because they can all be chained, so because he doesn't have control of the monster yet.
And, yeah, I think if they hit that, it will greatly impact the deck. I hope it doesn't kill the deck, because killing decks sucks. I hate it when decks just 100%
Disappear completely,
die.
yeah. Or just can't play.
Yeah.
Because in this case, with Sky Striker, they've already taken away so many cards or limited so many cards that if it were to keep getting limits and semi-limits, they will just run out of cards.
Yeah.
It will actually die. I don't think I've ever seen that happen to a deck since I've played this game. Even when we came into it, I'm trying to remember the deck that had the most hits on the Shadow. I guess they had a couple hits for a while.
No, I play Shadows.
Yeah, I know, but like they had a few cards that were on the ban list that have slowly come back, and then I know Spiral currently have a couple hits, but it's not like they've lost their whole deck.
Yeah.
And that's crazy that Sky Striker just has to keep getting hits in order to calm it down.
Yeah, so that's really what I think is going to happen with Sky Striker. I think it's going to be Widow Anchor at the minimum.
What do you think about Salamangreats as a Salamangreat player?
I know that Salamangreats have been still doing fine. And this is kind of like with the Orcus thing, where they have to be very careful.
Yeah.
Or else they will actually just murder the deck. Because,
somehow it's a lot more fragile than Sky Strikers.
yeah. It really is. The thing I could see them hitting is Signet Mining. Because that is the search card. And if they hit that down to 1, it will definitely hurt the deck. But I wouldn't say it kills the deck. Because I play with 1 Signet Mining. I do fine. Uh,
Do you think Flame Buffalo deserves a hit?
okay, if they hit Lady Debug, there's a good chance they would hit Flame Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know Lady Debug actually just searches out any card you want, and Flame Buffalo is just drawing, but it's still a draw too, which is really good. Would they limit it? Hopefully not. Would they I would be okay if they semi-limited it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, that takes out one copy.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty decent hit right there as well. Because, like, that's your starter card. That is what you want to see to play.
Or Foxy, right?
Yeah. And then...
Do you think they could hit Foxy?
If they hit Foxy, that would... I mean, it'd stink, but it would not be a huge hit, to be honest. Because most people, like... Really? I feel like most people don't even use Foxy's first effect for the search.
Really?
They use his second effect to special summon from grave.
Yeah.
So if they were to hit it, yeah, it would stink, but I feel like they'd get around it. If they hit Spinny, that would really hurt.
Oh, gosh.
That would really... That might
I've seen a
kill
lot
the
of
deck.
people predicting that they're going to hit Spinny.
That might kill the deck. And that would suck.
Yikes.
Yeah. If I had to pick, I would say just limit Signet Mining. And then see how the deck runs.
Yeah. And there's so many decks in the format right now, so it's kind of hard to pick like which other ones that I think deserve to be hit at the moment. Like Cyber Dragons themselves have been crawling up recently into higher tables, but those have been mostly the ones with the Orcus build. Yeah. However, there are some normal, like regular Cyber Dragon decks that have been topping as well.
Well, that's just... I feel like Cyber Dragon is just good against the meta.
Yeah. I don't know if necessarily they will be hit. If they were to get hit, I'd say anything that might even deserve it might be Noxter. Just being able to discard to special summon and then special summon something, anything out of the grave. Sometimes even what you just discarded.
Yeah.
Also, well, he doesn't bring anything back, but anything with 2100 or more attack, and that's all of the extra deck monsters that we play pretty much.
Yeah.
And Cyber Dragon itself. So I mean, I've brought back Nova plenty of times.
Yeah.
And then just stacked an Infinity back onto the field.
It sucks. I hate it.
So that's kind of crazy.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say Guard Dragons.
Oh yeah, Guard Dragons are. They're getting addressed somehow.
Yes, they're being addressed somehow because they were hit in the OCG, and I feel like they will definitely be hit here. I think that instead of Augur Pain though, it should be LP.
I also agree that it should be LP to limit the amount of like. I said like resources. There we go. The amount of resources that they get to use in order for their Guard Dragon plays. But I also feel like hitting Augur Pain is just like a little too far because like I don't necessarily think that Augur Pain is broken. Okay, actually, its effect is broken. Okay, just being able to slap something out of the extra deck, that is kind of crazy. But it does require, thoughtful plays, and
especially if you don't have LP.
Oh yeah,
because like
you have to be careful. You have to manage your resources a lot better because. You're not going to get the LP, and then also what a lot of times LP brings out is the Red Eyes Dragon, and he's going to bring something else out of the graveyard. But if you don't have all that recursion, then you just have to keep using the same cards you've got. And if you get hit somewhere along the line, they'll probably stop you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It becomes way more fragile.
Yeah, so I think that's the best way to handle that. But I also think they should kind of handle building up to Guard Dragons or the amount of decks that can use it. Specifically, Defrag Dragon is being used in 3 ofs in every single deck. I think that card should get hit.
Really?
Really.
Wow.
Well, because a lot of decks are able just to implement Defrag and then all of a sudden have access to Guard Dragon. Otherwise, they shouldn't. They couldn't or shouldn't.
Yeah.
So if they limited Defrag Dragon, maybe even semi-limit, I would say limit. Limit the Defrag Dragon, and that just makes it...
using Defrag?
I saw it played in a... Orcus something the other day. Like I think it was like one of the Lunalight Orcus, and they also had Defrag in there, so they could go into Guard Dragon. And they had a couple other dragons in there. It was crazy. And there's just, the Pendulum Magician version of Guard Dragon are also. I've seen a couple deck builds using the Defrags. I know you're shaking your head.
Yeah,
I've seen a few using it. The Crusadia deck
Crusadia
obviously uses Defrag. The Thunder Dragon Crusadia uses Defrag.
Yeah.
It's just. so many, like a lot of decks are just throwing Defrag Dragon in just for the Guard Dragon plays, and because it fits the bill and it just special summons itself. I mean, discard, but like I said, that's the problem with Noxter.
Yeah, I don't know. They might hit Defrag if not just one of the actual Guard Dragons, and I feel like that would really hurt a lot of decks that use the Guard Dragons.
Now we got to deal with the Ronryu though, for the decks that have spellcasters. Crusadia.
Oh yeah, I mean that's a good substitute.
I think it's a fair card though, because it's a lot more specific than just discarding. You have to control the spellcaster.
Yeah. Pendulum Magicians play that.
Oh shoot! Well, that card's brand new though, so it's not coming. It's not getting touched.
Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah, I feel like that card is just defrag, but it is locked to you have to have spellcasters. So really, the only thing it would take away from is Lunar Lights. Yeah, if they play that Orcus build you were talking about.
Yeah, it's crazy when a deck can decide to pick either Orcus or Guard Dragon, or their regular combo.
Sometimes they do both. I don't know if I told you, but there was a Pendulum player who had Pendulum Orcus Guard Dragon.
Great.
And I was like, this is insane.
So I can either set up a board of a ton of negates, or I can set up a board of a ton of negates, or I can set up a board with a lot of protection and negates. Yeah.
Or all three.
Or all three. Oh, gosh. That sounds horrible.
Was wild. And I was like, I want this, but I don't because this is gross. And those things are going to get hit.
Yeah, that's all getting banned.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Pendulum Magicians, do you think those are going to be handled?
No.
Are you saying that because you like Pendulum Magicians as a deck, or are you saying that because you really don't?
I'm saying that because I genuinely think that if Guard Dragons get addressed, Pendulums definitely fall down.
Okay. That's fair. But what about these pure Endymion builds that are topping left and right? Or the Endymion Magicians? Do you think that they have a chance of being hit? I personally kind of think they do.
Not right now. I think on the next ban list...
I don't know. They've been around for 2 formats already. They haven't been as good. I mean, I guess they were that good the whole time, but they really just started showing their potential. Yeah.
No, I don't think anything's going to get hit for them now. If they continue to be like this, I think they will be hit.
I actually kind of think that Jackal King might get limited because it's such a crux of their plays.
That wouldn't even be bad though.
I know it shouldn't be bad, but like they get it out before their 5th summon to avoid. They can avoid Nibiru that way, and they get it out very consistently, like very very consistently. So just having the one copy that they got to rely on, I feel like that would be a little safer.
I don't know. Maybe they might do something like that. I don't know because I haven't checked out pure like Endymion Magicians. I've just seen a lot of Pendulum Guard Dragon running around, and like that's the best one to play. And I feel like if they hit the Guard Dragon, it would definitely scale it back.
Yeah.
So,
but I think that kind of handles most of the top decks. I can't really think of anything else. Okay, real quick, I just want to ask. Grand Maju, Golden Castle.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think that has...
Oh, that reminded me of something else after this. I don't know.
I don't think they're going to touch it.
I don't think they're going to touch it.
I think it's funny, and it's hilarious, and it's great. And whoever came up with it was very big brain, making big brain plays and thoughts there.
I don't think they're gonna touch it. If they do,
they're like, oh yeah, Grand Maju and Golden Castle. Yeah. That's how to make a deck.
If they do, I think it would just be Golden Castle to 1.
Oh my gosh.
And that's it. And I think that might actually hurt the deck a lot.
Yeah. Terraforming's limited.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think they're going to hit the deck, but if they do, that's probably what they would do.
Ban Grand Maju.
Or limit Grand Maju, so that way they only have the 1.
Oh gosh, that's scary.
Yeah.
They play with 3 copies of Pot of Desires too. They get like just accidentally banned.
Yeah, and then they lose. No, I don't think that's an issue.
Yeah.
Mystic Mind.
Kill it. They still have it in Japan.
Yeah.
They still haven't killed it. Like the first ban list, they semi-limited it, and the second ban list, they limited it, but it's still there.
Yeah.
What is wrong with them?
Oh,
What is wrong with us?
we have it at 3.
Is it still really at 3?
It's at 3. Yeah.
I thought they limited it.
No.
Or I'm sorry, I'm looking at the
Yeah,
ban list.
he's looking at the actual ban list. No, we still have it.
Oh my god.
At 3.
Ugh.
I could see it being hit.
Bring back terraforming. Just kill Mystic Mine and bring back terraforming. Because field spells otherwise right now really aren't that big of a deal.
I guess.
Can you think of any major deck that's relying on field spells
True
except
Draco.
for...
Logan just got
gosh.
this very disgusted face. And it was,
Does Guru Control use their field spell? Hidden City?
they would
Mystic
benefit
City,
from
whatever.
it. They don't have to have it, but they would benefit from having it more.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about Guru Control.
They would like to see it.
Do they?
So, yeah.
Okay, but that's just... Those are slow control decks. They're annoying, don't get me wrong. But do you think it's going to, like, skyrocket them to top tables if they get terraforming to 2? True Draco, specifically.
Not...
More access to diagram.
They would definitely be higher, I think. And then Spiral. Spiral would pop back up. Danger Spiral.
I want to talk about Spiral.
Okay.
Because Japan is getting Spiral cards back.
They are.
Last format, they got... last panelist, they got 2 copies of Drone.
They just got Resort.
They just got Resort back to 2.
Yeah.
They're happening
Yeah.
over there, and everyone is like the TCG YouTubers especially are terrified. They hate so many people hate Spiral format, and like I
hate Spiral format.
I didn't get to play top tier 0 Spirals, so I don't really know what it's like. I don't know what the big deal is, because honestly, like the version of Spirals I've always played with, I end with a negate and then a double pop, and that is literally what most Salomon Great boards are right now.
That is what Salomon Great boards are. Although they have probably a hand trap. Sometimes.
Like the Salomon Grades?
Yeah, Salomon
Yeah,
Grades.
well, the Spiral wouldn't. Because it has to combo in order to get to the...
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, Salomon Grades most of the time have...
So you're saying they make an even better board than Spiral does?
Yeah. Well,
so what's the scary part there?
It depends. Like, because you have to draw one of the traps, and then you have to have full combo go off to get another trap, and then you might have a hand trap. And that's how
But you're more likely to do that than... Like, a Spiral would have to completely full combo, almost completely uninterrupted. And they don't play hand traps. They play Called by the Grave.
Yeah.
But they don't have room for hand traps, because it really is combo. You have to make multiple Nightmares, and you have to make Trigate Wizard for the negate.
Yeah.
And, like... and also it can stack the deck, which I guess can...
That's something. Yeah, stacking your opponent's deck is wild.
Yeah, of course it is. So, I mean, Drone being able to do that is kind of... I guess I can see where that would be annoying, but it's not like Drone is going to go off every single turn, and especially if you're playing like a combo deck, or anything that can make more than one play after being negated and losing a couple cards, like, you could still... A lot of decks can still push through that stuff, especially like right now we've got Orcust and Guard Dragons, which are like, they just keep on trucking.
Sometimes. Sometimes you can hit them and they're just like, oh, I lose now.
Well, if you hit at the right moments, especially if you're a really experienced player and you know exactly how a deck functions, a right negate at the right time, and then the pop that you get at any moment, I mean, that's also really good.
Honestly, I think if Spiral got a few cards back, they would be in a pretty good spot. Because, like you said, it's a negate and then a pop, which is basically a Salomon Great board.
Yep.
So, I think they could... If they got cards back, they could definitely be in.
Yeah, and I am looking forward to getting cards back on this ban list. Please, Konami.
Konami, if you're listening, let them have Spirals, I guess.
Yeah.
But don't actually, because frick Spirals. Anyway, so that kind of covers the decks that we really wanted to talk about. Now we're just kind of talking about the stuff we want to see. Just like individual cards we want to see back.
Fun fact, I want you to know, Max C is getting a reprint in Japan. And I know they have it at 3.
I do want Max C back.
I really also want Max C back. But I think it should only come back to 1.
That's fair.
I think 3 Max C is too much, just because you can keep seeing it. And also, it's stackable.
Yeah, it is stackable.
That is absolutely broken.
And the thing is, I feel like we're moving more into a very not stall, but
control.
Yeah,
the game is moving.
It's moving to a very
into
control
control mode.
heavy.
It's crazy. I like it actually. Like I'm really liking the direction it's in
Yeah,
because like
I like it.
you combo into control. Like the combo decks right now are like
Yes.
comboing into control, except for the ones that are like trying to kill you really fast.
Yeah.
I mean like Orcust is a control deck. If you think
Yeah,
because
it's a combo control, and then
Yeah.
I would say Salamangreat is combo
they
control.
protect and negate once.
Yeah.
And like that's they don't the monsters really aren't even that big. I think their strongest one is like 2600.
It's pretty beefy.
Yeah, it is beefy, but like it's not, what guard dragons are out here making 3000 and negates.
Yeah.
3200 and a negate.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I mean, like a lot of the decks are more like control based, and I really like that. But I also think that with the combos like that, Maxi can still have a place in the game without being.
Yeah, I do want to see
broken.
Maxi come back. Another card I think could come back is Dark Arm Dragon.
Oh, absolutely.
Got that to 3, I think. And
Well, we don't know if it's going to cause any issues for them yet. I don't think it will,
I don't think it will.
personally, but I think that there will be some funny decks like the Grand Maju.
And I want to see that.
I do too.
That's really what
that
I
just
want
kind of turbo out Dark
because
Arm.
I think that would be really cool.
Teledad Part 2.
I remember when we first started playing this game, and I had.
Oh my gosh, you played a Dark
Dragon.
Arm Dragon. I hated that card.
It was
I loved
so
it.
good.
I thought that card was so cool, but I hated that card when you drop it on me.
Yep.
But I also want to say that I think that Fairy Tale Snow should come back to 1. Because it's just, I mean, like, it would help out the Grid Maju deck, and I think that's funny. And secondly, it helps out Burning Abyss, who have disappeared off the face of the earth.
They'll come back.
They always come back,
Yeah.
but the thing is, right now, Fairy Tale Snow would help it come back. And, like, Snow was at 3 before getting banned. It went straight from 3 to 0.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it would be okay to test the waters with 1 again.
That's fair.
And if it's still a problem, they just ban it again. 1 copy of Snow for a format.
Yeah, just see how it goes.
They did
I
that-
think Zodiacs should get a little bit of their cards back.
I don't know what to bring back for Zodiac, though, because that is Broad Bowl to 1.
Rapier needs to
Is
come
Ra-
back to 2. It's limited, and it does not work because it's limited.
Oh.
It has to have another copy.
Oh, so like what we thought they were going to do to Malicious.
Yeah,
Oh, gosh.
they did to Rapier. So I think that should come back to at least 2. I think they should get either Broadbull or Dryden back.
I think Dryden's too far right now. Because that card's crazy. I mean, all the Zodiac cards are crazy because they just exist by controlling the Zodiac monster.
Yeah, but do you think it would...
And it's just like, slap.
Oh, wait, we have Emerald back.
You what? Oh, I forgot that Daigusto Emerald went back to 1.
Wait, never mind.
Zodiac card coming back.
Never mind, scratch what I just said.
No, I think they could have Rapier back to 2 and Broad Bowl back to 1.
I would like that.
I think it's too early for Dryden, though.
Maybe.
Because that card is crazy.
Even just at 1?
Yeah, even just at 1. I think it's like I said, just too early.
Yeah.
They just need to let the game kind of develop on its own for a little bit without bringing these crazy monsters
Yeah.
back. But
yeah, I would like to see Zodiac come back. I like Zodiac. I never got to play Zodiac, but I really like the deck, and we have a lot of the cards now, so I would definitely be okay
that's
with
true.
picking it up and
Yeah.
playing it.
And Japan also, they got Barrage back after years of it being banned, or years of it being banned. Now I want to talk about a rumor real fast. We won't like spend the rest of the time talking about rumors, but also while I'm looking at this, before the rumor, Tribe Infecting Virus. I've been advocating for this card to come back forever. It could go back to 1 or 2 probably, or maybe even 3 without any issues. It's just a fun card to use in Mermail, and I really want that card back. But that's not what I'm talking. That's not where we're at. Rumor. A lot of people have been saying that Firewall Dragon is supposed to come back.
Why the
We don't know.
frick?
I don't know where the leak or whatever came from, but supposedly there was a leak saying that Firewall Dragon is coming back, and no one was sure whether or not that means it's coming back with an errata, or if it is just coming back to the game, just because Vrains is ending soon. Like, Vrains ends at the end of the month.
Yep.
And we will also probably find out the new mechanic.
Okay, well, hold on. I want to touch on that real fast. So the next series is a 20th year celebration.
That's what I've heard too. It's going to completely change the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! From what I've
And
heard.
I don't know what that could mean, Because I don't think they're going to introduce...
It's Bonds Beyond Time, the show.
That's dope, and I love it. I don't... Because I feel like that means... I don't know, we could have a new summoning mechanic. But...
Yeah, saying that it's an anniversary, or, like, making a celebration of what you've got so far kind of sounds like something that you wouldn't add to.
Like...
Unless you did something... This would spiral into a whole other conversation, and I kind of feel like we should save this for something else later.
Well, I really want to talk about it.
I know, I do too, but I this was...
Yeah, you're right, though, because it's it's different than the ban list, so, yeah. Other cards, I think Necros is just going to keep getting stuff back.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
yeah,
and I like that. I think that's okay.
Starving Venom.
Starving Venom should come back.
Come back to 1. Kill the bird.
Ban the Layer Lusk. Please.
Kill the bird.
Bring back Starving Venom.
Bring back Shockmaster. No, I'm kidding.
No, frick that.
That card's broken as heck.
It's wild.
I
think they could bring back Draco Face Off.
Oh yeah, didn't Japan just get that back to 3 too? Yeah, that's not a big problem. Harpy's freaking Feather Duster.
Okay, to be honest, it wouldn't be Feather Duster. It'd be Heavy Storm.
No,
it wouldn't. No,
it
you're right.
wouldn't.
It would be Feather Duster.
Yeah, no. There's a big reason that Heavy Storm is banned.
Yeah, never mind. I would like to see Feather Duster come back, especially if we move into a more control format. That would be so nice.
Because where the game is like right now, I mean, Altergeists have been doing their thing kind of here and there. We've not seen a lot of it, but they're still hanging around. True Draco and Guru Control are just sitting on 5 back row like every turn.
All the time.
And so just having just a quick utility way just to drop a card and hopefully get rid of it.
Yeah.
Just to play for a little bit. Like that sounds fair to me, especially if it's just at 1.
Yeah, just at 1. Because I mean, like, sometimes your opponent just sets up a board and you just can't play, and that's not fun. Like, that kind of sucks. And I know that's kind of how the game is. Like, that's.
But you should make as many ways as possible to let them try to play.
Yes, exactly. It shouldn't just watch my opponents. And that's why I think Nibiru was a very good card.
Yep.
Because it allows you to have an out.
For the big old combos.
And it's like, and it's not a guaranteed out. It's like, if you don't draw the card, you still lose. But you now have...
You still lose. That's not entirely true either, because, like, you could also, especially if it's game 2 or something, you could go in, you could draw into the raw sphere mode.
I know.
Or something like that, just to get over that kind of stuff.
But I'm just saying, like, it's a better, easier way to say, hey, you now still have a chance. Or an easier chance to play the game.
Yeah, because even though I'm usually hesitant to admit it, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is still a little bit about luck. And just having the chance, though, to draw these cards just makes me feel better about the game.
Yeah, it's really nice, and I would actually be really happy if they came back.
Yeah.
Raigeki the 3.
You're right.
Do we have Dark Hole at 3 now?
Dark Hole is at 3 now.
Raigeki did 3.
Yeah, like
or
I can't.
At least 2.
Oh yeah, I think they tested it 2 and then keep bringing it back.
Because I mean, like, if somebody actually starts playing Raigeki, like, yeah,
Cyberstein went to 3 in the OCG, and you're only gonna resolve it once. So,
yeah.
So, why not?
I mean, the card you get out will just win you the game, though. The nature,
Exterio. Yeah. You can kaiju that beast.
You can kaiju it. Just kaiju it. See.
Just draw the kaiju.
Just draw the kaiju, bro.
Yeah. Oh, okay. How about Danglong?
I mean,
I think the game's ready for it to come back to 1. Now, I don't think that all of this stuff is going to happen because we've already talked about a lot of changes that we want, but I definitely feel that Dinglong could come back just to 1. Yangzing aren't doing crap right now.
Well, it's not Yangzing. It's what Yangzing can do.
What they can do with the engine, right, to get out to the Dinglong. But especially if they make the other hits that we've mentioned, do you really think it'd be that bad?
I don't know. Maybe not.
I think right now it would be dangerous, like with the way all the game state. But if they just kind of make some of the hits that we've mentioned, maybe it'd be safer. Do you think that they will bring back another Dragon Ruler, though?
Yes. I think they are going to slowly bring back Dragon Rulers.
Oh, gosh, please. Please don't do that. I don't actually think that they should. I do think that they will bring back the rock one, Redox. I don't think it's safe to do anything else with those guys. And really, I think that's pretty much all I want to see change at the moment.
You know what? Hold on. Actually, now that I looked at Ding Long and really read it, I think it's fine.
I'm just going to look at the semi-limits real fast and kind of make my mind up about this stuff. I think Aether, the Heavenly Monarch, can go back to 3. Stratos can go back to 3.
Oof.
Dragonfly to 3.
Oof.
Shuret to 3.
Sure to 3.
And Chaos Emperor Dragon to 3.
Yeah, you're right. Damage Tutorial, you're also to 3.
Maybe? Actually? I don't know.
That wasn't even the bad one.
Yeah,
if you brought back
Plush
Plush Fire, then you should be scared. Bring back Plush Fire.
Monkey Board.
Draco Pals.
Oh gosh, no.
Bring it back. I know if we have anybody, like any veteran Yu-Gi-Oh player who watches this, they would be so PTSD by what I just said.
Oh yeah, I remember. Because I'm not really a veteran player, but I do remember the first Yu-Gi-Oh live stream I watched where and Draco Pal was still a deck, and that was not okay.
Alright, so I do think that's going to wrap it up for this podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening to us ramble about a card game that we love.
We'll see you guys in another video.
Goodbye.
Bye.